Hello, everybody. I believe we are live as we can be. I don't need this keyboard anymore, so I'll just move this over here. I don't think I need the keyboard, but we'll just keep it over there anyways. Well, how you doing? It's been quite the few days for sure. A lot of rain here in Florida. Really has held up a lot of things. Let me turn on this extra light here. There we go. That's going to help with what we're looking at. We're going to be taking a look at Marvel United, all the new stuff that they came out. And I've got 6 figures that I'm working on. So what we'll do is we'll go over and we'll look at this for a little bit, and then we'll start painting. We'll finish up hopefully these couple of figures, and then hopefully we'll do a playthrough in a day or two. Now today we're on YouTube, and also on our good friends over on Twitch as well. So, without further ado, Monster, how are you? You had what? They had 6 inches of snow in Montana? Wow, that's craziness. That's craziness. Craziness. So, yeah, this is kind of fun. I'm going to use StreamYard here so we can stream on both. Hopefully I'm able to see the chat in both. We'll see what happens. I know there's a delay, and sometimes it messes up on Twitch and stuff like that, and YouTube. But StreamYard's been pretty good lately. But anyways, I just kind of want to go over this real quick, and then I'll show you the figures that I'm kind of working on right now, and trying not to mess up too much. The hardest thing is being a longtime Marvel fan. Hi, Rob. Glad to be here with you. Well, that's good. Thank you, Michael. Let me see. That's good. Look, he even says. It looks like he's in some snow, too. There you go. All right. So let's go to the big screen here. Let's make me smaller. There we go. There we go. So you can kind of check things out. We can even go this screen. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to do that just so we can kind of check things out a little bit better. Here is one of the boxes that we get. And I'm just amazed at all the figures that you get in here. You can see over there, we're gonna take a look at some of those figures. And I'm going to pull this open real quick. I'm going to go very quickly through this, only because I really kind of want to get to more of the painting part of it. But in case you haven't had a chance, try to get your hands on one of these. This is a good, solid game. I really enjoy it. You're going to get a ton of figures in just this box alone. The villains alone are worth it. You've got Kang, which we'll take a look at. Kingpin, MODOK, the Rhino, Baron Zemo, Bullseye, who is just nasty because he gives Daredevil a tough time. Carnage, it gets boring. Chorus Clave, of course, from the Infinity Gauntlet, in some way. Dormammu. Hela, she's tough. Venom, and you're going to get some of these really cool tokens to add to your collection, and then all the cards for everything that comes in here. And I'll just give you a quick look at some of this stuff. We're painting like 6 figures out of this, so it's one of those things where we're just going to have to do what we can here. All right, there we go. MODOK, Chorus Clave, Kingpin, Bullseye, Baron Zemo, Carnage, which it'll be a lot of fun to paint. This one I'm really looking forward to. Dormammu. That's going to be cool. That's going to be cool to mess with. Hela, and then just a ton of heroes. You got Hawkeye. You got War Machine, the Falcon, Agent Fury, Miss Marvel, newer one, Squirrel Girl, Doctor Strange. I should have painted him first. It would have been cool to go with my guy. The Vision. That's going to be a lot of fun. The one thing that I noticed that's missing, and I'll bring it up once we go through all the boxes. Okay. Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver. I mean, these are just absolutely beautiful. If you're a fan of Marvel, oh God, what, Okafor or something like that? I haven't seen this movie yet, believe it or not. Okay, on the other side, Okoye. Yep. I haven't seen Black Panther. I've gotta watch that too. I heard it's the best out of all of them. Iron Fist, which is just, yeah. All right. You got Elektra. Really, really cool. Power Man. Let me make sure, because Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. Some of the new Marvel stuff I just don't read. Punisher. Of course, he's gonna have. God. Mockingbird. That's a cool one. Spider-Woman. Shanghai. Spider-Man 2099. Oh, this isn't the whole box either. Venom. Oh, that's a cool Venom. And then over here, Black Cat. America Chavez. These are just beautiful. Is Rocket among those heroes? I believe we'll get to that. She-Hulk. Blade. Ghost Rider. Now, you see, if you're going to do Ghost Rider, put him on the bike. Put him on the bike. Would have been too big. Nebula. Nice one for Nebula. Mantis. That's a fun one to paint. Drax. And Howard the Duck, which I've never been a fan of Howard the Duck. Never been a fan of Howard the Duck. I don't know why. I read the book by Gene Colan. Just, I don't know. He was quirky. Some people liked him. Thought it was one of the worst Marvel movies ever made. Hey, Rick. But hey, hang in there as I'm going through this. I'm going to go through this really, really quickly. Not going to waste your time or mine. Oh, there we go. I'm going to throw that in there. Oh, come on. And then we're going to put that on top. And we're going to move this off. And then we're going to come to our camera. And I'll just kind of go through the boxes, and I'll show you the back of the boxes. There we go. You also get, if you did the whole Kickstarter thing, okay, enter the Spider-Verse, okay, and in there, let's go to this camera here. This actually be a little bit better. There we go. You're going to get the Green Goblin. You're going to get Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Ghost Spider, which is Spider-Gwen, actually, and Spider-Ham. Okay. Just finished Lord of the Rings minis. MU next. Okay. These are all going to come with dashboards and stuff like that. The other thing I got that I'm not going to show you, I'm not going to bring over here, is the huge mat that you get with it. It's really, really cool. But you'll see that when we do a live play of this very soon. Now, I am going to open this. Okay. Oh, this is Adam Warlock. Hold on. Godzilla Lover, how are you? All right, so we're going to take a look at Godzilla Lover. I'm not at Godzilla. Adam Warlock. And he comes with his own cards. That's cool. That's actually really cool. That's the Infinity Gauntlet one, too. Adam Warlock. Nice. Nice. All right. Matt, how are you? I got about 400 unpainted minis I am trying to work through, but oh man, it is like a punch in the gut pile of shame at this point. Well, it happens to everyone, except for me. I've only got a small pile, thank God. Hopefully this arm gets a little bit better, and I can really take care of it. I just don't know what all this is. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So in this game, oh, wow, it's all cardboard locations. All the locations in cardboard. Okay. That's superb. From each one of the things. Wow. Okay, so instead of using those little paper things, you get really good, thick cardboard. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so I'm going to swap all those out. Okay, that's what that is. I didn't know what it was. I was like, what the heck is this? And it actually turns out to be something really cool. Again, cool mini or not, doing what they do. Just being awesome. Let's put that over to the side. Ooh, Yandu. Yandu. Hope you guys have backed the... What's up, Bennett? How are you? Hope you guys have backed the version of this for the X-Men. It's a good, solid game. It's one of the things. And I'm going to point out something that's missing that I wonder if that's going to be a whole thing onto itself. Enter the Spider-Verse. Oh, yeah, this is the one I just looked at. Okay. Let's take a look at... I'm going to pull up 3 of these. And I'm just going to move here. Rise of the Black Panther. Some of those cards were in there. You saw that I pulled out. And in this, you get the Winter Soldier, Shuri, Killmonger, and of course our man, the Black Panther himself. And then, more villains, more stuff, more dashboards, additional rules that'll happen in here. Dang. Then for Spider-Man, you get Marvel United, Return of the Sinister Six. All right. Dr. Octopus, Electro, Killraven, Vulture, Mysterio, and Sandman. Now that just looks like it's going to be a ball unto itself. Wow. All right. We'll have to work on those at some point. Galaxy of the Guardians. Somebody had asked, is Rocket in there? You betcha. I think Rocket's in here. I think he's in here. I hope he's in here. Yeah, there he is. Rocket, Groot, Star-Lord, Gamora, and Ronan. That's cool. Another bat. You just get tons and tons of baddies in here. All right, let's get these out of here. All right. And then I'm going to move this over. All right, let's pull these out so I can just get all this stuff in here easily. Trying to move here. Trying to keep it tight. My friends. The Infinity Gauntlet, right? Okay, so this is going to add a whole bunch of different rules, I believe, because you're going to actually try to get the stones, the Power Stone, the Mind Stone, Space Stone. It's supposed to be a gem. Let's see. You get 1 plastic Infinity Gauntlet. Oh, this is going to be cool. We may have to do this sooner than later. You get Thanos, Proxima Midnight, Ebony Maw, and the Black Dwarf. And then, as you know, the other dude is in the other thing there. So, yeah, I wonder how this all plays out. This has my interest. What's the last one here? All right, let's get this out of here. And then, there you go. Tales of Asgard. Okay. So what are we getting here? You get Loki, Thor, Korg, Valkyrie, and Beta Ray Bill. Oh, man. If you're a fan, Frost Giants, all that kind of stuff, you're going to have to deal with. Wow. That's pretty cool. So I got all this stuff. Really, really cool. And this just really just jacks up what is already a pretty good game on its own. On its own. So I'm going to pull this up here because I actually need to keep. I was going off some cards here. Hold on here. There we go. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm working on right now, and we're going to continue on working on it. As soon as I put that over there, I want to pull this out. Now, I kind of took some liberties with some of these things because for me, I'm an old school Marvel guy. So what happens is I see things and I go, that's kind of cartoony. So I kind of start doing things my own way. Let's get our thing here, and we'll take a look at some of the guys that I'm working on here, and we'll work on them, and I'll explain to you what I did and how I did everything here. So the first thing is Moon Knight. Okay, so hold on, let's see if we can get a little closer. All right, so we have Moon Knight here. What I did is I spray painted this entire thing white, and then I went over this with gray, okay, just a light thing. And then what I used for his cloak over the white, I think I have it here, not Black Templar, is I took some laminate medium from our good friends at from those people. You know what it is? I just got a whole thing of paints in from Miniature Market. Oh, okay. I took some laminate medium and I took Apothecary White, and I took 2 parts to 1 part of this, and I thinned it out, and I just went over the body to give that shadow. See how that shadow is? All right, but we're going to brighten that up a little bit. We're going to fix this all up. The next thing was very simple. I sprayed an undercoat of gray, went over with some, probably need a very thin coat of Kesla Flesh. Okay, took some Ushabi bone for the bone. All right, and just kind of went over our friend the Rhino. Daredevil, very simple. Again, spray painted, started with gray, and then I took its corn red, okay, and went over old Daredevil with some Kesla Flesh in there. All right, this is where we're at right now. Kang, the Conqueror. I took a War Boss green. Okay. And, you know, if you really look at the card for him, I think it's more towards the cartoon or something like that, where if you notice, it's that type of purple or whatever you want to call it. It's almost like a pinkish purple. But in the comics, if you take a look, it's this purple. So I went with this. And my boy, which I'm working on. I went with the original, trying to not so much, you know, because this is actually the newer Nova, but I painted him in the scheme of the old Nova. We're still working on him, so I think he's what we're going to be playing around with next, because we got to put in the star there. Probably got to do a little more Kesla Flesh in there. I've been doing really thick coats. His Star Blast, which we're just going to take some white paint and go over that, and then we'll make it very cloudy. But this is one of my favorite heroes of all time. I mean, without this hero, I just don't think I'd be the person I am today, which is nobody. And then this has got a long way to go. We're not going to play with this today, but I will be working on Venom. This is just, he's undercoated black, and that's half the battle. But time permitting, we'll see if we can get a little work in with him. All right, so the first thing I want to do is get myself a really nice thin brush, if I can find one here. I just bought all brand new brushes and things like that from our good friends at Miniature Market. Because why? Well, it's just the thing that we do, right? All right, I think so. Let me get my water over here. And my little palette over here. And like I said, I want to show off the game. I like doing it this way, these little unboxings, and then the last 40 minutes of the show, just kind of make it up as I go along here. I'm going to take a little bit of water and get it on here. I want to get the brush wet too. Okay. And then I'm going to take some of this corn red. I've argued going with the corn. Maybe I should go something a little bit brighter. Let me see what I got out here. I think Evil Sun Scarlet would probably be best. Let's go that way. Let's walk that aisle. I think that works best. Because it's going to take me a few coats, and I just got to go really easy. I'm going to end up hitting stuff, but I do have to go over that. Boy, oh boy. There we go. I'm just going to take a little here. I want to make sure that I got a good amount here. There we go. And we thin that out a little bit. And then all I'm going to do is try to, I got to get that star. Everything's about that star. And it's going to take a couple coats. That's okay. That's okay. And don't be afraid if you go over and hit the thing, because you can always go back. This is why, you paint the helmet first. I mean, the gold on the helmet first, because you're going to have to go over and you get one coat of that on there. And just take your time. It's going to take you a couple coats. Just take your time and get as close as you can get. And you're also going to want to put in his eyelids as well at some point, which I haven't decided on. I'm thinking of just putting like a silver. Kind of figure Nova would be one of your first done. Yeah, of course. Actually, yeah, the minute I saw it, I said, okay, we're gonna, because that's my all-time favorite. I've told you guys the story on when I met Marv Wolfman. It's one of the reasons why I try to answer every single email. So I never want to be Marv Wolfman, and how cruel he was. He wasn't very a nice man. He wasn't very nice. And everybody says John Byrne is not a nice guy, but he was very nice to me. And, I was just kind of like, okay, just get out of this guy's way. There, I'm not a big autograph guy, nor will I ever be. But there were just certain comics that I've always wanted autographed, just because, when they mean that much to you. And sure enough, one of the things that I wanted autographed by John Byrne was the last Galactus story, which was from the old Marvel Epic magazine. Very, very cool thing. Never finished the story, but that's one of the things I wish Marvel would just do. Is just talk to the guy and say, hey, listen, do it. Just finish this. But it's all corporate, it's all Disney now. That nobody's going to remember that old story. All right, there we go. So back that up a little bit. All right, so there we go so far. Okay, there. Did you read Moon Dragon, the one you painted? I've read Moon Dragon. Moon Knight, excuse me. Boy, why is this? Okay, let me back this out just a hair. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to let that dry. We're going to come back to that color again. I'm just going to let my boy dry. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to try to kill two birds with one stone here. And one of the things I need to do is, before I do that, I think that's like one of the last things I want to do. Okay, so I'm just going to shake this up a little bit. I'm just going to take a little bit of this Kesla flesh. I want to just get a little bit on these faces, a little bit more. I'm going to go, I just want to touch up a few areas here. I went very lightly with this. Now I'm not even going to cut it because of how lightly I'm going to go on some of these faces. You could still see gray here and my undercoat. It's always tough to get flesh on a dark color. It's one of the most challenging things. Okay, there we go. Of course, my elbow is sticking in here. All right. And right on his chin. There we go, Daredevil. All right. Oh, these brushes are driving me up a wall. Get over there. All right, Kang. My man Kang. Now this here is where I'm going to take a little itty bitty kind of brush, and I'm going to put a couple different washes on him. Let that dry in. Okay. The first wash I want to do is a Drekoff Night shade. Okay, to go over his face. All right. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this. I want to be very careful with this. I don't want this to drown out my guy. All right. And there we go. But I want that darkness in there. There we go. I want to be very careful. Don't want to get any of that on there, and I don't want it dripping off. And you see what that does? See how that fills in there really nicely? Okay, let me take some of that off there. And then I'm going to, now that I took that off my brush, I'm just going to use my brush to kind of move this around a little bit because I don't want it to drown it out. I want it to get in the recesses, but I want to be very careful. And there, sitting right in the recesses there, perfectly where I want it to sit. All right, just a little bit of that right there. All right, that's all that took. All right. The next thing is we're going to take some Athonian camo shade, which is a nice dark green. Let me put that up there. And I'm going to do the same thing, only we're going to do it on, I really want to get that in there, right on his clothing here. So I want to be very careful. Move that around. Don't let it pool up. Don't let it pool up. And try not to hit the purple. Let the purple sit lightly by itself. But use as much of this as you can. There we go. Take it from here and move it around. Just nice and easy. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. You don't want to drown it out too much here. All right. I'm going to take a little bit there. Come over the front part here. And it just fills in and builds a little depth here. That's all I want to do is just build a little depth, but I don't want to take away this beautiful purple that we've got working here. Okay. There we go. Put that into his elbow a little bit, into his shoulder blade. Just being very careful not to hit anything, just taking my time. And it's just the little things that are going to help here. See how Nelson gives him a little depth. Hey, Jess, how are you? Not had a lot of time to watch. That's all right. Hey, when you show up, you show up. We don't worry about stuff like that. You don't have to watch every show. Jeez. All right. All right, here we go. Here we go. And there we go. Just taking our time. There we go. So that's good. All right. Exactly what we want there. And I believe I have a purple wash. I know I have a purple wash. Because I'm looking right at... Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. Hold on here, folks. Bear with me. I've got so many paints. And I've been trying to organize everything a little bit better. And guess what? I think I'm more confused than I've ever been. Nothing wrong with that, right? It's not a bad thing. Now, if I can just find what I'm looking for. I'm going to let that sit there and just dry a little bit. Or maybe I just won't even mess with that purple, I think, for now. Okay, let's leave that like that, I think. I'll check one more thing if I can find it quickly. We'll try to do it now with a small brush. And that way it's drying while we're doing about 27 other things. And trying to fit everything in. I love these little cases I have for this now instead of having this all over the place, but I'm still trying to get used to how I have to do things now. Because I'm doing things, I'm trying to sort things out a little bit better. And as you see, of course, this one time. Thank you, Jess, for the super sticker. We'll give you a little Godzilla love in a minute. Let me get to where. Okay, here we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right, that's what I'm looking for. And then we'll get over and we'll help out Jess here and give him a little Godzilla love. How are we doing for time? Because I don't want to say, oh, we're only halfway through. Good. We'll be able to get a lot done. We're going to get a lot done. All right, let's get it going. All right, let's put that up there. And of course, the big G comes out. Here we go. Nice, he got the music right off. Nice job, Jess. Nice job, brother. Yeah, what you want to do is I put all those in those cases. You go down to Hobby Lobby, and I bought like a ton of those cases, and it really helps out. I just got a ton of paint in, so let me see. Maybe I can show you guys. Hold on. Let's go over to Aver. I ordered from Miniature Market because it was like the cheapest way to do it. Yeah, I got all that in. Yeah, I spent a pretty penny there, but it was stuff I wanted and I needed, and I'm this arm, I'm going to get through this. I'm telling you, I'm going to get through this, and I'm going to paint. We're going to paint together because that's what we do. There we go. All right. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take a very thin brush, and we're going to shake up this violet, and I really think this is going to go in nice and darken this up very nicely if we do it right. Just a little. We don't need a lot, We just want to get, there we go. Don't want to get that gray rock either. There we go. In his belt here. Really critical. And you see how that belt starts to come alive now? Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. For Godzilla. There we go. Heather, how are you? I hope you are well. Let's see who else is here. We got Heather. We got St. Louis Keith. We got Matt. Again, I'm not as a great painter, okay? I never will be. But I just, I think the most important thing, and I really try to stick out, is that I just really like doing it, right? You don't have to be great. I saw a video by a very prominent guy where, he was saying people that use washes are noobs, and, why discourage people? Why discourage people? Just let people paint. All right, if I use washes, I'm a noob. I don't care. Do I enjoy this? Does it make, when I play a game and I go, wow, I did this myself, do I feel better about myself? All right, no, we all can't paint as great as some people, okay? And I don't expect anybody, some people might say, hey, wow, Rob, I can never paint like you. Sure you can. Sure you can. I'm not good. But the people that are really good at it and that are gifted at it, try to be a little kinder to people. Doesn't matter as long as they're painting, You don't have to be such a jerk. Maybe that's the only thing that you can do in life, and maybe that's the way you act the way you do, But power corrupts. Power corrupts. And that's an awful thing when you have a gift and you let it corrupt you and you become stupidly. It was just very disappointing because some of these guys are just really, really great artists and can do, can paint a lot faster, can paint a lot better than the old fart here. And it doesn't discourage me. It doesn't discourage me at all. But to be cruel, jeez, we know you're good. You got hundreds of thousands of people following you. Try to be responsible and be kind. That's what I think. That's what I think. All right. There you go. Have you managed to play the game yet? Yes, I like it a lot. All right, there we go. All right. I did it live, as a matter of fact, I think. I did it live here on Rob's Tabletop World. Check it out. I think I got crushed. But that's okay, too. That's okay, too. All right. So we got him. Let's get the big boy to dry. All right. Let's get him dry. All right. The next thing we want to do, I think this is dry enough, is we're going to take some Agrath Earthshade. And what we're going to do is we're going to take care of our boy here. All right. And we're going to go over some of the stone or horns. All right. And I'm going to put some of this Agrath Earthshade. Now, it's not going to look that great starting out. But when it dries, and then we highlight over that, jackpot. That's what I say. All right. But I want to really kind of darken this bone up a little bit. And you'll see what I mean, because it's really going to really sell our boy here when we go over the top. And there we go. Come on, get in there. There we go. And you get a little on the gray. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And then I want to do his face here. Okay. Really want to bring out his face. So we're going to take some of that Agrath Earthshade and go over the Kesla flesh. And I want that kind of sit in there very nicely. It's going to help me later on. If I get it on the gray, don't worry about it. It's all right. It's okay. And I'm going to get down here a little bit. Get down there. Boom. All right. See his face start to come out a little bit. All right. That's good. That's what we want. Same thing here. All right. The Daredevil. We're not worried about that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. Boom. Right into his face a little bit. You'll get a real close look at these on Instagram. So, just bear with me there. And then my boy here, I'll do kind of the same thing. And there we go. I'll take some of that off there. And you can go over the gold if you want, because we're going to highlight over that a little bit. We want that to have a little depth as well. There we go. Just darken that up a little bit. There we go. Don't worry about getting on the blue. Don't worry about it. It's going to be all right. I promise you. I promise you. There we go. My boy Nova. That's my boy right there. Boom, boom. There we go. All right. And then everything's good here so far. Okay. Rob, I am correct in thinking you didn't get Etherfield. No. I've never gotten a Kickstarter yet. I never have purchased a Kickstarter, or it's just not my thing. I wait for it to come out. Either it goes to retail, or I'll buy it on eBay if it's something I have to have. Most of the time, I don't have to have anything. All right, now what did I want to do here? All right, we're going to take some white scar. We're going to shake that up, and we're going to do a couple things here. Even though I probably should wait on that. That's drying. You know what? With my man Daredevil there. We could go over him with a little Carisberg Crimson. I don't think that would hurt too much if we did that. I don't think that would hurt too much if we did that. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. All right. So we're going to take this wash. And we just want to get in the recesses here. And yeah, there you go. And that's going to help him out a lot. And just darken him up with a little wash. Just getting those recesses so that it really sticks out a little bit. I want to be very careful here around his face because we did such a nice job. Yeah, there we go. So get his abdomen. Look at those abs pop out. Boom. Just like that. All right. Double D. Double D Daredevil. Like I said, you just take your time with these and they'll come out the way you hoped. Very, very beautiful sculptures. And, you know, if you're a Marvel fan like I am, you're going to just be very excited. And then playing the game just really does a nice job of giving you the Marvel Universe feel. And I like it a lot, personally. One of the better Marvel games I've ever played. Hey, Jay, what's up? I didn't say hi to you earlier. Sorry about that, bro. Concentrating. Always concentrating. All right, there we go. And yeah, here comes Gabby to check it out. Gab, what do you think? Am I doing all right? All right. All right, kid. Thank you for the vote of confidence. There we go. See? Perfect. All right, let's put it up there. All right. And we'll clear that off. And we're over on Twitch. You can always follow us over there. If you do not, we appreciate it. And we're here. Rob's Tabletop World. All right, so we're going to let that dry. I'm trying to think what I can keep moving here while things dry out. I could. Well, that's drying, so I want to let that go. I think we could take a little etching gray. No, I don't want to use Warp Fiend. Hold on. Gray Seer. No, that's too light. Administration Gray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I'm going to take one of my... First of all, I'm going to go around Nova's base. All right. And just do it. I'm just going to paint this straight on while he's drying here. And I'm just going to kind of go over this a bit. I'm going to have to put 2 coats on. I want this to be a lighter gray. And you'll see why. Because eventually I'm going to put some Newell oil on it afterwards. And you'll see what I'm getting at. If we have time to show you. But you will definitely see it on Instagram or when we play the game. And I'll make sure that I point out what I did and why I did it. All right, there we go. There's that. I can actually do this whole blast thing and then go over the blast thing with the white, which would be actually pretty good because it's going to cut into the black a little bit. There we go. That's probably a smart thing. So this isn't going to hurt anything by doing this with this old brush. All right. I'm making sure that I don't hit anything, any of the gold work that I've already done. And we can let that dry for a little bit. Oops, my hand's getting in the way. I'm real sorry. So all I'm doing is just kind of putting the first coat of this over this black. I'm not worried about this burst here because that's going to be just white, and then with some new oil, it'll look really nice. It'll look like smoke. All right, because he's the human rocket. All right, so we're going to let him dry over there for a little bit. All right, I enjoy your Rob Paints Marvel Universe Part 1. Was there ever a Part 2, or is this live stream going to be Part 2? I thought I did a Part 2, but I'm going to do a Part 2. I'll finish the rest of those heroes. I actually have a second set that I had to paint, and it just happens that I have to paint Captain America and the other one. So I'll be doing that. This is kind of a Part 1.5 because this is the stuff. And I waited to do Part 2 mainly because I was waiting for all this stuff to come out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to really work on this Marvel Universe stuff now. So if you have the base game, hey, I didn't forget you. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to get this I got an old dry brush that I use here. Here we go. There we go. And then I'm going to take this administrative gray. And what I want to do with this is I want to get a good bunch of this on my brush. And then, as you can see, we've been using the same paper towel for quite some time. And what I want to do is really get this into my brush, my bristles. All right. But I also want to take it off a bit. I don't want it to be too heavy. All right. I don't want it to be too heavy. And then, with like Kang's base here. All right. All I want to do is just kind of lightly hit those rocks. So it kind of stands out a little bit now. And work my way around. Give this base a little. See, I think I took a little bit too much off. But that's okay. That's why we have more paint, and that's why we spend millions of dollars on paint, so I can waste it. All right, let's do it again. Now, actually, I probably should use a good dry brush. Probably would make more sense. All right, let's get this out of here. We're going to do things a little more professionally. All right. I got this nice little Citadel dry brush. I'm going to work in here a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now, what we're going to do is, there we go. And now you can see it coming out. I want to make that stone really stand out a little bit. And we're going to do the same thing to the Rhino himself. All right. I really want these bases to kind of just pop themselves. So always get good dry brushes. All right. Awesome. Thanks. I did the full Kickstarter, so I have a lot to paint. A little at a time. Oh, why am I doing this when I can just start hitting these things and putting them up on here? There you go. There's Kurt. Hey, Kurt. How you doing? All right, there we go. I have 8 completed so far. Only 80 to go. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. All right, there we go. Like I said, I keep on telling you guys, I'm not the best painter in the world. There are other people that do this a lot better than I do. But you know something? I enjoy doing this. And you should too. Just enjoy it. I'm having a good time. It's nice when I can spend time with you guys and just sit here and put my vision or my spin on things. You know, maybe it might be something that you like more than you like the pros. You never know. Maybe it might be a little bit easier for you too, because I try not to do techniques that are too hard for myself, especially with this bad arm. All right, there we go. The big fella here. There's a couple of things here that I want to kind of bring out, and one of them is this big chest of his. All right, and I just kind of want to be very careful here. I don't want to hit any of that stuff that I've been working on. Okay, just kind of want to pop the highlights of this guy, the mighty rhino. This was if you ever read the original, the first Rhino story, I always thought that was the coolest. He just looks so cool fighting Spider-Man. Then, you know, as the years go by, it gets a little bit rougher and bigger and different types. People put armor on him. But his original was a skin he couldn't get off. And then Spider-Man made this compound that actually went over him. It was pretty cool. Don't want to interrupt you, but get Godzilla out. Okay. Let's give us a second here. Josh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. More than you will ever know. As I tickle the bottom of his foot here. And I'll probably add some things in the bottom here, maybe a little bit of grass or something just to kind of break up and give some color here. But the rhino's like one of the main dudes here. Especially when I get Spider-Man done. That's going to be fun trying to stop the rhino. Can you stop the rhino? I guess we'll see. We have to thank Jess for donating. I appreciate it more than you will ever know, my friend. Thank you so much. Let's see if we can go 2 times in a row with the music. Can Jess pull it off? Uh-oh. He's in one of those moods. But thank you, Jess. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We appreciate you helping us out here. It always helps more than you'll ever know. I'm just going to take a little bit more here, and then I'm going to clean off this dry brush, and we're going to hold on here. Okay, there we go. Got to move that in there a little bit. And we're going to get Daredevil's thing, and then Moon Knight. You know, you don't have to go crazy with these bases, but these bases are beautiful. I mean, you know, just the whole thing. You know, I know they look a little chibi-ish, but, you know. Now, here's the thing. You got all these beautiful heroes. Where's the Fantastic Four? Where's Doctor Doom? Is Cool Mini or not setting us up for a Fantastic Four pack? Maybe a Galactus? Is that possible? Could we be headed down the road for that? I mean, how cool would that be? Right? Am I right? We're doing pretty good with time. We can do this all in an hour and a half. I'd be quite thrilled. All right, there we go. So that there. All right. So I'm going to wash this out real good, because the next thing that we have to do. All right. And we're going to take a little white scar now. White scar. Miss Heather. Look how nice. What a nice picture of Miss Heather. How nice. Nice smile. Boy, I wish I could do a picture like that. I wish I could do a picture like that. Of course I can. I'm old. All right, so the next thing I want to do is we're going to take a little bit of this white scar. And we're going to come in here, and we are going to really, oh boy, it's a little too loose. Hold on here. Let's shake that up a little bit more. Let's shake that up a little bit more. I don't photograph well. My wife always says, you look like you're going to the bathroom when you smile. Ah, yes. Ah, yes, the queen. Queen of all things. All right, so we're going to take this in here, and we're going to get this into our dry brush. Now, the first thing I want to do, I want to make sure that my old boy here, yeah, that's all. So I'm just going to just put that over there a little bit. All right, and oops, of course I get this on my wrist. Just really kind of work that in there a little bit so that can dry while we're doing other things. Okay, all right, there we go. It looks like it's doing pretty good in there. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do. And let me get over there, and then over here, and here. Now, how many of you guys still read comic books? Now, I'm always reading comic books. All right. So I want that there, and there. There we go. So Noah's got a little white tail there, but we're gonna take care of that. We're gonna take care of that. Clint, what's up? Simon's current Marvel campaign teased Deadpool version for the third campaign. I could see Fantastic Four being released then. Good point. Good point. Boy, if they do that, and then you have, you got like Galactus. Can you imagine a bigger one like Galactus? That would be cool as anything. Chris Peach, what's up, my brother? Designer, company owner extraordinaire himself. All right, now my boy, I want to be real careful with Moon Knight here. All right, very careful because I don't want this white taking over, but I kind of like the gray thing going on here. But I really want to brighten up certain parts, so I'm taking, and all I'm doing here is just very lightly working over. Now you see how that cape works? Okay, all I want to do here is just kind of hit over the top here. See, I want that white to stick out, but I don't want it to make it look like he's got a dirty uniform. Okay, but I don't want to take those grooves out. Okay, see how that works now? See how you got the light and shadows? That's created shadow. All right. Listen, I'm not pro strat, but I will tell you this. With a little practice, anybody can do it. You start to see things differently. You start walking down the street. You start watching how the sun hits the trees and stuff like that. You really pay attention to that stuff because it really helps you out a lot. It really does. All right. So now we want to come over the top here. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. I don't want to take too much out here. But there's little areas here that I can really work in. Okay. See that? Right there. There was just a little bit too much of that gray in there. That's okay. Come over the top very lightly over the big fella. Easy does it. There we go. See? Start to pick out his muscles. All right? His musculature. All right? Nice and easy. There we go. All right. And then boom. Right? You see what I'm talking about? Boom. Look at Chris Peach. He's gonna be starting his own painting channel soon. Is there anything he can't do? Is there anything that this guy can't do? I'm wondering. All right, and I can kind of, if I really want to, I can kind of just. over that gray a little bit, just a touch, just a touch. So what you guys see? Whatever you see. I see all kinds of different things. All right. I'll do something a little different here too. Something a little different. Gotta get his eyes in there too. Gotta get his eyes in there. All right, so let's let that sit for a little bit. Let's let that sit for a little bit. Back to my man here. Yeah, all right. He's working it. Daredevil's eyes are actually red. Now, this is where you kind of run into a little thing here. And, oops, let me clear off this brush here real quick. All right, here we go. All right. All right. So we're going to be using that white a little bit, like I said. And I want to get a nice thin brush. And I want to make sure I clean this brush real well. So forgive me. And we're doing pretty good. We're at 1 hour in. We showed off the entire game. We've got all these figures right where we want them. All right. We've got a couple of villains ready, so you'll get to see them played. If you want to see Kang played, I think we'll go with Nova. I think we'll go Moon Knight and Iron Man versus Kang. I think that's a good time. Or maybe we'll go with these 3 guys versus Kang. What do you think? Daredevil, Moon Knight, and Nova versus Kang. I probably need a more powerful team, but hey, I'm willing to do anything. Whatever it takes. All right, this. Gonna need a little edge brush. I'm gonna need something kind of in between there. Oh, geez, I had just. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, so I just had it up here. Didn't I? All right. So the first thing I want to do is get a little bit of that white. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of this white. Let's see. Were you sad they picked Sam instead of Rich for their Nova? Rich Rider will always be my Nova. Son, we made Rich Rider. Don't you worry about that. There's no Sam there. That's Rich. There's no such thing as Sam in my universe. And that's the way I roll. So I'm going to take a little bit of white, just a little touch here. I'm going to put it right here. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of the corn red, the same thing that we used for our boy there. And I'm just going to take a little stab here. Not too much. All right. And then I'm going to mix it in over here. You guys can't see this, but don't worry about it. You don't need to. Okay. And I'm not trying to make a pink as much as I'm just trying to make a lighter, something just a little bit lighter to go in his eyes. And I'm going to paint this real quick, and then I'll show it to you, and then you'll see exactly what I'm trying to imitate here. And of course, it's not going over the gray. And I'm going to have to go over this a couple times. I knew that was going to happen. I'm also going to have to just kind of touch everything up a little bit here too. And what I did, see, there's his eyes. And I'll tell you why, because when you look at the Daredevil card, which I'm going to pull out in a second here, you see his eyes are lighter. So that's what we tried to do. All right. That's what we tried to do. It just took a few seconds to do, not a big deal. So you'll see it better on Instagram. So again, bear with me. I'm going to let that sit there for a second. Let's see if I got a little bit more here. And we'll just go over it a little bit more. And I know you can't see this but the problem is I'm left-handed, and I probably should move the camera to the other side. There we go. I think that works. Jess, thank you. Again, look at Jess dropping another 2 large on us. Dropping another 2 large on us. AT contrast paints, but trying to do too many things over here. Okay, so let's see if he gets the music this time. All right, here we go. Come on, Big G. Jess wants it. Oh, he held out on him. He held out on him. Sorry, Jess. Sorry. I'll tell you, this guy, I tell you. Next thing that we want to do is I want to take a little bit of this. Boy, I cannot get settled here for some reason. It's all right. We'll make the best of it. We'll make the best of it. All right. And I'm going to take a little bit of water here and just thin that out ever so slightly. And then right here, I want to make sure I've got a good point to this. I'm going to come in here, turn the brush a bit so it's nice and sharp. And all I want to do is just ever so slightly. And this is with the bad arm. Let's get his teeth in there. Okay. And this is where I usually have I think we all have problems with this. It's just getting there we go. That's all I want to do there. And I'll take a little bit more here. And then the rhino, it's kind of the same thing here. Just like that. And then we're going to go over the top of those things there. Hold on here. Now we're going to take that dry brush again. And we're just going to get whatever's left here in white. Okay. And then kind of just, I just want to go over that bone a little bit. That's all. See? Just over the top there. That's all. That's all. Just take whatever's left there. Take whatever it'll give me. Boom. There you go. Right? You notice how many villains have green in their palette? Yeah, sure do. Sure do. All right, here we go. I'm going to come over here and here. And I want to get his back end in over here. There we go. There we go. And now he looks a little meaner now. There's rhinoceros horns there. There we go. Whoops. And my boy here, no, he don't have any of that. All right. We definitely have to go back over that red, though, and that gray. All right, let's get that out. A couple more things that we have to do here. Kang the Conqueror. Now, he almost has like a bluish eye. And I'm wondering if I should try to go for like a really, just to kind of break things up, a little Lutheran blue here. And I think that might work. And I can always paint over it if I don't like it. That's what I think. All right, so again, and kind of like the blue eyes. I kind of like it. Kind of works for me. The only other thing I want to do here for him is I kind of want to make that moon a little different. Oh, just dropping another $2. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. All right. Let's do it. Let's see if he gets the music one more time. Oh, the big G is just stiffing everybody. What's up with that? Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, so this is dry. So this is exactly how I want that, because I want to come back over with some new oil. I don't even know how to say it, so sorry, guys. Sorry. So there's a couple things that's really going to help this is the cloud here, or whatever, is going to really kind of look like a cloud when I'm done with it. You see how that starts to come together now? Now it looks, there we go. And then we can just, and I'll probably paint over the round part of this at some point. There we go. But I like that. I like the dark. And because I'm getting it all over my hand, which is fine. I'll clean this up too afterwards because I'll go over it once it dries. But now you've got the human rocket looking a little bit the way he's supposed to look. There we go. All right. I'm going to let that dry a little bit. What else did I want to do? What's missing here? All right, very quickly. What are we at? Hour 13 minutes? Okay, yeah. Hour and a half is all I want to do. Hour and a half. All right, so hopefully I've got it in here very quickly. Nope, that's not it. I also have a drawer full of paint. I'm trying to convert everything over into those really nice that. Daredevil. Let's see here. I'm just looking for one simple color, believe it or not. And it's the simplest color of them all. And I can't believe I can't find it because it was in here. And nope, that's not it. Oh, for the love of Mike. What did I do with it? All right, just pull another one. That's all. Sorry, folks. I'm the channel's a mess. What can I tell you? Ah, there it is. Bad and black. I actually put it away. What am I doing? All right, now I'm going to take my very thin brush here. All right, here we go. All right, let's see if we can do this. All right, I get double D here. And what I want to do is I want to paint the double D. And all I want to do is just take the edge of this in black. And just very lightly go over this. If I don't like it, it's okay. And then his belt buckle. And then the edges of his baton, the batons. Just to break up that red a little bit. Yep, there we go. Oh, what did I do here? It's all right, I'll fix that in a second. I had white on my thumb, or gray on my thumb, and I touched the back of his head. What are my thoughts on a palette, he says. Oh, Jess, no, we'll get to you. I use them at times, and sometimes I don't. It just depends what kind of mood I'm in, to be honest with you. People swear by them. Some people don't, I use a palette here, and I just constantly am adding water to it and stuff like that, and I'm fine. I get the job done. All right, there we go. Jeez, sorry, Daredevil. All right. So double D in the house. All right. Very quickly here, I want to pull out one more color. What's the matter, Gab? Just stay right there, babe. Just stay right there. That'll be there. She's anxious to go outside and play. And here comes Bella, too. Boy, I'm getting the full treatment today. And all we want to do now is kind of highlight some of that gold. And the best way to do that, hopefully, I probably should do I'll do his eyes last for Nova. I might do a silver in there. So I'll take that out. Jess will get you. Hold on here. Painter for 30 years. Can't live without this wet palette. Well, that's what you need. I mean, I use them, but it's not like I live and die by them. And that's for sure. That doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. I kind of just, I don't know, because I paint so much. I like using ceramic tile and watering everything down myself. All right, we're going to use an heroic gold armor. And that really works for me. And then we'll be pretty much done with the big fella here. Where did I put that color? All right. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take my very thin brush here and hold this on the very edge because we want to hit that red one more time. Not worried about his eyes until the end. There we go. The star is such a pain. But if you do it right, it's going to really sell this model. There we go. Much better. Much cleaner. There we go. See? Exactly it. Exactly it. Did I miss something, Jess? I think I missed a $2 donation. Thank you again so much. That'll give me a time to shake this gold a little bit. Move this over here. Let's see if Jess can get it this time. Or is just Big G just stingy? I think he's stingy. Oh, he is just stiffing them today. He's in a mood. He's in a mood. He's in a mood. The Big G. All right, let's see. Boy, this gold paint, I just do not like this gold paint. All right, much better, much better. And the way we're going to do this is I have a little brush here. There we go. And we're just going to get a little bit over here. We're going to get it on our palette. There we go. Take and just kind of hit over the top here. Hit over that. Just really cut some corners here. There we go. And just get that and really get that to shine out a lot. That helmet is the most important thing. Probably the coolest thing. There we go. Yeah, those new metallics that Army Painter has are really, really nice. Very, very nice. Matter of fact, anything that they do lately, they just kill it. Army Painter is just really one of my favorite. I have so much of it. Come on. There we go. And then you want to hit over the chest here. Over the chest there. Over the chest there. This helmet's just so important, especially the gold helmet. There we go. That's my boy. That's the way he's supposed to look. That's the way he's supposed to look. That's the way they were supposed to make him. But they did not. All right. Let me close this up. What are we? Hour 24. Just, man, I have been deadly with times lately. I have been deadly with times lately. Oh, boy. just deadly, period. Knocking everything over. All right, there we go. Put that there. Put all these up here, here, and here. Just trying to move everything around so I can kind of give you guys one nice long shot here. And let's do this. There we go. All right. Now we'll just put the boys up here. There's a couple things I got to tweak a little bit. It's okay, but I think you'll get an idea of what's going on here, and I think that's the most important thing. It doesn't look that bad. I think I'm going to put a gold half moon in his hand for what you call it there. Let me put this up here. There we go. All right, and then we'll just move this up. There we go. And you can see everybody that we took care of today. You'll be seeing these guys as we play them this week. So, as you can see, nothing too complicated. A lot of fun, though. It's fun painting heroes. It is fun painting heroes. Let's see if we can get a little closer here. Yeah, there we go. So you'll see these guys this week at the end of the week when we play Marvel United Live. That's right, here on Rob's Tabletop World. We've got some unique, some different heroes that you're not going to see people play a lot. And we're going to take on Kang. Man, I really want to see the Fantastic Four soon. But there you go. Nothing too complicated, right? It's not that hard. And I think before I did this, I think I put about 20, 25 minutes into it. So we were able to get these 5 done pretty quickly. Come on, Rhino, turn around. I got to finish his base a little bit. But there you go. All right. There you have it. There you have it. As seen on YouTube. As seen on YouTube. I got to figure out what I want to do with his eyes. I think I go silver with his eyes. Dogs think I should go silver too. Listen, this was a lot of fun. I had a blast doing this. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're going to do some more of it. We're going to do a live play. We've got Zombicide that I'm going to show you how to do some more zombies and stuff like that and do some heroes. What else do I got planned? I mean, I always got something going on here on this silly channel. So there you go. There you have it. It was great spending the afternoon with you guys. Love you all. Georgie says, thank you for streaming. Well, you're welcome. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to do it. And thank you, Miss Heather, for kind words. Look at her. Okay. She's been here a lot lately, which we're glad to have you. And then Jess has been here. And then St. Louis Keith. All right. All of you guys. I appreciate all of you and love you all. You mean the world to me. And thank you so much for being a part of this channel. As always, it is such a pleasure to have you here each and every week. And every time we do something, we're always doing something different. And usually it's whatever I feel like when I'm not screwing things up. But like I always tell you guys mean the world to me. Thank you so much for following us here on Rob's Tabletop World. And we'll be doing a lot on Marvel United. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, as always, to the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world. And to me, you guys are my world. Thank you so much. Thanks for making this a wonderful community. And until next time, it's your old pal Rob saying, we'll see you soon. Now, on StreamYard, it's a little difficult signing off. So I just kind of stand here and look like an idiot for a few minutes. Or I'll cut myself off. I don't know which one happens. But hopefully I get it right. We'll see you soon, everybody. Be good. Be safe.